Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Russ back games from Madden 17 Ultimate Team, and as you guys can see, we are on the budget squad today. You know, the team is a lot different. This is actually a sub game against somebody that was in my stream. A shout out to my boy, biggest 12th man fan in Cali. We ended up playing the game, you guys can see, as Terrell Pryor, Tyreek Hill, and Earl Thomas. He was actually rocking some sort of weird squad that he built with, like, I guess a couple elites for chemistry and then a bunch of browns and silvers. He was telling me, I guess. I think I saw the team. It looked kind of, I don't know, a little trippy, to be honest. I mean, he had Terrell Pryor, and then his top three players are kind of weird to the team that he has. But, and again, shout out to everybody in the stream yesterday. If you were, be sure to comment down below that you were in there. And, again, shout out to biggest 12th man fan in Cali. He was the one I played. And I had a lot of fun, man. You know, recently I usually stream on the weekends, right? For anybody that doesn't come through the streams, you got to come through the stream, man. It's a fun time. We all have fun. We just chill and talk shit to each other, basically. So, anyway, this game, first of all, Ezekiel Elliott for some reason just went off. It was like a free 87-1. I mean, he just, I don't know, was running all over 12 here, and he was killing it. Obviously, you know, his team wasn't the greatest. It's right there. We do hit Tavon Austin for a touchdown. I didn't actually mean to celebrate into the end zone. I saw his defender coming closer. I meant to just dive in, but it made me celebrate. But anyway, you know, this dude, he actually had, you know, not bad offense. It was just he didn't have a lot on offense except for Tyreek Hill, and he wasn't really targeting him that much. But yeah, again, if you guys aren't in the streams, be sure to go, you know, check those out. I try to stream every weekend at least. Weekdays are kind of sketchy. I think on weekends from now on, or pretty much any of my streams, I'm going to try to schedule them so you guys can see them ahead of time and then know that I'm going to be streaming at that time. You guys see 4th and 10, he does decide to run with Terrell Pryor, and he does get it with a very generous tackle by Deion Sanders. Kind of just throws him forward, but what can you expect from Deion? That is the free 85 Deion. And my bad about, you know, this being the game for today. I was just going to post this as a straight up game, but then I was like, you know what, I don't really have a muck game today, so why not go ahead and edit this and throw this together for you guys and put this out as my gameplay for today. I hope to God the Seahawks win against the Falcons. If they don't, probably by now, depending on when you watch this, you know, the game could already have an outcome. I hope the Seahawks won. If they didn't, I'm going to be a little bit upset, but, you know, that's the way things go. So anyway, right there, he does, like, lob it over my user. I didn't expect him to do that. First of all, I didn't expect him to make that read, and I did not expect it to be caught, and it was caught for a first down. But you guys can see he's starting to move the ball a little bit. You know, my defense is not the greatest. You guys saw it was a bunch of free players. Pretty good players, though, you know, a couple of good golds. And, you know, our defense is pretty solid, especially against his team. You know, his team isn't that great, but TP is pretty much carrying him right now. I mean, he's throwing dots. He's run the ball very well. He has overthrown, I think, a couple of deep balls, but, you know, other than that, he's been pretty solid right there. We do end up getting the sack with Carlos Dunlap, and I was actually talking to 12 in the chat as this was going down. He was like, is that Jesus? Is that Jesus? Carlos Dunlap was just, I don't know, wreaking havoc this game. Here we go with Ezekiel Elliott. He runs that one for about 9 yards, and then I run it again, and there goes Zeke in, out, and going to the house, dude. I don't know what was up with Ezekiel Elliott, but I mean, obviously, his team, or this specific team, wasn't that good, but the way that Zeke ran, I don't know, it was really fluent, and it was really dope, and I was kind of excited, you know, to see that he was doing that. So that's TD number 1 for Ezekiel Elliott, and believe me, he has more. This game kind of turned in, you know, without disrespecting 12, it was a blowout, really. I mean, obviously, my team was a little bit better, but, you know, we were both pretty much rocking budget squad, but he had some, you know, some really great pieces. You know, mine was kind of even all around. He had, like, 93s. Or a 93, a 91, and a 90 at certain positions. So, and he had his reasoning for that. So, you know, I was trying to kind of even the playing field because I was going to use my main team with Drew Brees and the chemistry and all that stuff. But I decided, you know what, let me just hop on my second account, use my budget squad, and make it a little bit more even. So that's what we did. And it worked out pretty well. You guys can see now he's moving the ball. You know, he playmakers him upfield. I was trying to play it. I didn't. But with 8 seconds left, he actually gets tackled inbounds. Tries to hurry up to the line, but he actually does not make it. And I was actually talking to my dad at this point. He walked in my room and was like, what's up? And, you know, I told him I was streaming, stuff like that. I would have called him a timeout. Because this is a friendly game. This game doesn't count. I really don't give a shit if I win or lose in a sub game. Because, you know, again, it doesn't count towards seasons or anything like that. But I would have called him a timeout. I just didn't notice as Zeke. There he goes again. Just Zeke can't be stopped right now. He's getting untouched to the end zone. Both of his long runs have been untouched to the end zone. He does rough my kicker right there. I do go ahead and I think I accepted it. I mean, either way, I think that we were both fair at catching kickoffs. But right there, we do get a negative 3-yard gain, or he does get a negative 3-yard gain. We break that one up with Sam Shields. I think that was the Tyreek Hill. So I think in the middle of the stream I said, why aren't you targeting Tyreek Hill more? You know, he's your guy. And I don't know. I think he just wasn't getting open. I don't know what it was. Sam Shields was just locks on him all game. We do end up making him go 4 and out, and Zeke just keeps on moving. I don't know what is up with that card, man. Like I said, that's just the free one. I won't have him forever, but he is beast, and I'll be sure to cherish him on my budget squad with him on the team, man. And Zeke again, touchdown number 3 for him, just running wild on this man right now. 28-3. Obviously in the third quarter with 2 minutes left, I'm going to get a little bit more free, and I completely left the deep ball wide open. He finally hits Tyreek Hill, and that 94 speed, nobody is going to catch him, even with Sam Shields, who has pretty decent speed as well. Just was not able to catch him. So it is 28-10. The game is not out of reach yet, but I mean, he's leaving some stuff open right there. Cole Beasley just working his way down the sideline, and that's a huge gain, and boom, we're in field goal range. Probably not going to take a field goal if, you know, I get the 4th down, just because it doesn't really matter. If I get stuck in 4th and long, I'm not going to try to just, you know, throw points on the board for no reason. Zeke getting around the edge, getting a couple yards right there. 8 for 150 and 3 TDs. Like, yeah, Zeke ran wild this game, man. He was beasting. I love playing with him. It was really dope. I'm actually thinking about getting his on one of his high overall cards right there. Kaepernick does end up dying and getting hit on the sideline, but luckily the fumble was out of bounds, so we didn't lose it. Right there, we do find Tyler Eifert. It's actually pretty good defense, but I saw Eifert free up at the last second, luckily. And then 2nd and 2, we tried to run with Zeke. I actually ran right into my O-line. It was a bad play by me. 3rd and inches, we decided to run with Zeke again, and he is in for touchdown number 4. Just Zeke killing it right now, man. I mean, obviously, that wasn't a very spectacular run. I ended up diving into the end zone, but he has some beastly runs this entire game. He definitely carried the team, and Cap was very efficient as well. I think he only threw like maybe 7 or 8 times to this point, and I think he completed 6 of 7 or like 5 of 6, something like that. Right there, he actually makes a nice playmaker to make his running back go up the field, and you know, nothing was really there though. 4th and 22, he decides to go for it. Of course, I mean, at this point you might as well. And I actually asked him in the stream, do you want me to end it? Is right there, Virgil Green gets lit the fuck up, and he said no, go ahead and try to score. So that's what I did. Obviously, you know, I wanted to take some shots to the end zone. There was just really nothing there right there, you know, spinning with Kaepernick. It doesn't really matter if I fumble at this point, you know, just having fun. The entire game I was trying to have fun, and I was. I think both of us were, you know, obviously on his end probably wasn't as happy. On 4th and 13, I wouldn't be happy about this either. 4th and 13, I take off with Colin Kaepernick. He does end up getting the 1st down, and that's just a heartbreaker, man. And then Cole Beasley, I didn't think he got his feet in. I guess he did. So we end up going up 41-10, and he does actually hit my kicker on the kickoff or on the PAT, and I missed it. I just go ahead and decline it. I didn't want to kick it again anyway. So 41-10 is the score. 32 seconds left. He calls his last timeout. You know, obviously he's just trying to score, make the score a little bit better looking, you know, as far as the final score goes. And he's trying to move the ball a little bit. I'm not really playing. I think I'm just running a 3-man rush, but Carlos Dunlap was getting there every time, so I was kind of just letting him go. 3rd and 10, he does chuck it over the head of his receiver. 4th and 10, he hits his receiver over the middle for a nice completion. And then I do end up calling him a timeout just so we can get one more play. And as that happens, a little community thing popped up. But the last play, it is broken up on a Hail Mary. But anyway, shout out to biggest 12th man fan in Cali. Again, this was a stream game. I had fun. I hope you guys had fun watching it. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this. And as always, Dangerous Army, I'm out.
Like a Hellcat.